y'all. What's up? Hey, y'all. All right. Something's going on. I'm sorry. I'm having some type of technical issue here. It's sticking, girl. I don't know why. I don't know why it's sticking like this. But it's gonna annoy me. It's okay though. Y'all let me know. Y'all hearing me? How are y'all seeing me? Is it all checking out on your end, girl? Because what you see is what you get. I got a real love. Gotta get it. I don't know what is it Chrome? Get out of Chrome. Hold up, y'all. It was Chrome. I think it was Chrome. Oh no, I'm still sticking. Mic is a little staticky. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so y'all know uh I had to have my electrical panel replaced and that happened today. So if things are not, you know, doing what they're supposed to be doing, forgive me. Okay, we're gonna get into it in a second, y'all. Just give me a moment. Ooh, yeah, like none of this. Just give me. I think it'll. Okay, yeah. Just give me a. I think it'll be fine. Zoom. Like the video. Hello, hello. Oh, y'all can hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good. All right. I think I'm good. Listen, I'm so sorry. I thought everything was working fine because everything was moving fine. And then as soon as I start the live, everything starts acting weird. Okay. Uh, we're good. Yeah. The ladder to the roof where we can see heaven much better. I'm going the, ooh, the. Ooh, we're gonna walk, we're gonna talk about love and understanding. Ooh, let the roof, let it to the roof. Okay, sound check. Ooh, girl. Listen, if you were in my live on Saturday, girl, hey, hey, what's going on? Hold up, I'm seeing something. I had to test it. I had to test it. 1, 2, check 'em. 3, 4, check 'em. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throw a band, then you know she gon' shake it. Hold up, y'all. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break 'em. I don't know why. I grind hard. Hey. These niggas grind hard, but these bitches grind harder. Okay, y'all, we here. I'm not doing anything. I sound like I'm in my bathroom. I sound like I'm in my bathroom? Oh my god. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, okay. I see. I see what you mean.
Like, why it sound like I'm in my bathroom? Hold on, let me see if I can do it. I see what y'all are talking about. I don't know why, because I'm literally connected. Oh my God, just because I want to get this live done, it's giving me every problem in the world. Why is this happening to me, Jesus? The Barbs are arguing. People don't know what sexual assault is. And now my live acting dumb when I just want to come up here and talk about basic bitch shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with Toya Bush Harris? And now I gotta deal with this. What is going on? Okay. No, okay, nah, that's better. Okay, no, yeah, I couldn't see my shit. See, it's still. Y'all can hear that. Y'all can hear that this time. Okay. I needed I needed to reconnect the community. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm ready to get into it. I'm ready to get into it. I have electricity. I have my air conditioning working again. So I'm not in my house hot because it is fucking hot today. The humidity is high. Okay. The humidity is high. But if you was in my live on Saturday, y'all already know what it's hitting for, what's going down, like how, what's going on the internet. It's a lot. But y'all know how I get down. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I said what I said. Barbs, fuck them. MAGA, fuck them. Everybody that got sense, I miss you. I love you. People mad that I don't believe Talil, fuck them. Let their mama love them. Like, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Y'all are that. I'm sorry. I don't care. I've seen so many people that I've been blocking and unfollowing. As soon as somebody come across my For You page on TikTok saying some stupid ass shit, block. That nigga that used to do, remember the click boom nigga? This is why them niggas be saying y'all be pandering. This is why them niggas say y'all be pandering. Because, oh, it's click boom and all of that when you understand how niggas harass women. But a nigga put out a car receipt and now all of a sudden, bitch, you wanted a black car? Click boom. Like, now you want to shoot bitches accusing people of assault as if there's a large amount of men accused of assault that actually end up going to jail or something. Look up the stats. Listen, I don't know what's going on, but I was just like, even if you don't believe her, you gotta know that you don't 100% know based on those receipts. Like, you just gotta know, like, you don't know 100%. The way people are up there 100%, the way the narrative is now, she lied and we now all know it, as if Carly Red is there with a police report. It was all lies. It was all lies. I was just like, I'm okay with me being wrong. Nigga, are you okay with you being wrong? Cause y'all wild and y'all want her to go to jail. Y'all click booming the bitch and all of this. The white girls are online pulling up old videos of her talking about she always wants somebody man. It's a lot. It's a lot going on the internet today, y'all. Then we got the weird ass Barbs in my comments talking about the nigga's not a PDF file. He's a statutory rapist. I'm like, oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Oh, girl, it's too much. And then we come to Married to Medicine, right? Which is like, because it's misogyny all over the place, right? Like, no matter what you're talking about, this the Married to Medicine review. But please understand, everything that I'm talking about is misogyny. All of the shit that I'm talking about today, including Married to Medicine, is how often women are seen as the problematic people, and men get to be complete and utter assholes. And then I'm gonna show y'all how sometimes women are assholes. And we can point them out and still see how the vast majority of motherfuckers is doing the wrong shit, right? We can call out Toya for being an asshole, right? But we can also recognize that the rest of those women are over there being disrespected by their men because they're over there. Call him daddy. Don't talk to him like that. That's why that nigga lying to you. That's why that nigga. Now y'all. Oh, also, thank you. Somebody said keyword R is same. No, they got niggas in the comments talking about. This has been so interesting, right? It's always so interesting to see the way social media like comes up with bullshit things that they heard from a stupid motherfucker, and they just kind of like keep saying it all over again. One of the main things they did, Cassie, willing participant. That was one of them examples. I hate hearing that shit. Now y'all are talking about you're confusing persuasion with coercion. I don't know what rapey ass nigga told you that, dumbass bitch. But in the context of sex, no, bitch, you cannot be persuaded. Even if you want somebody to turn you on and seduce you, you still have to come to the table like, I'm trying to get fucked. Make it happen. Like, you still coming to the table letting us know that you here for the ride. Then y'all, there's a whole bunch of women. I'm sorry, I have to do this. It's working on my nerves. There's a whole bunch of women out there. Oh, she's a prostitute. She's a prostitute. Because the $2,000, somebody actually commented, oh my God, I just can't believe $2,000 for a phone. Bitch, I went and Googled this shit. iPhone 17 Pro Max with 2 terabytes of memory. Guess how much it is? $1,999. Guess what sales tax? Guess what that's gonna be? Still more than the $2,000 that she asked for. Since y'all think bitches was selling pussy for $2,000, which is weird to me. And then to see actual hoes, like women that actually sell coochie, gorgeous doll in them. See, she should have got her money up front. Because even sex workers can be sexually assaulted, dumbass hoes, stupid ass bitches. Now y'all in the comments talking about SA is not great. Yes, it is. What are you talking about? People are literally in the comments saying sexual assault is not great. Who told you that? Where on the Googler did you find that? In what fucking Reddit post authored by somebody accused of touching somebody's 17-year-old girl did you find that? Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. This whole weekend, y'all been not making much sense. I was trying to be at peace in my motherfucking tent. But y'all just been not... Y'all just not been making sense. Y'all just not been making sense. And then y'all know, right before we get into Married to Medicine, like fuck with me for a second. There's 400 of y'all in there. Like the video, come in here. We're gonna get into Married to Medicine. Okay. But I gotta get this off my chest. And I hate throwing like content creators' names out there because I'm not trying to be messy, but I just need for people to understand where I'm coming from with this shit, right? So for instance, somebody that I really like because they like to call out racist people and you know what I'm saying? Crystal Crave. Like Crystal Crave. She always calling out some dumb shit. She's a great rapper, like Crystal Crave, right? Crystal Crave is also sometimes I feel like so fucking pro-black, right? You smart as fuck. I've seen her videos. You so pro-black that when it comes to this Jordan Tylil situation, you automatically assume the same side as Suki Hana, who wants to fight on behalf of black men as if black men don't sexually assault people. This is what I be saying. This is, you know what I'm saying? And so I be feeling like it makes me feel like we We don't live in a safe world. We don't live in a safe world because what's happening at large is women are being assaulted. That happens at large. The amount of women being assaulted in comparison to the women lying about being assaulted is like a huge differentiation. A huge differentiation. The amount of men that actually go to jail for sexual assault is a small number, but it's still larger than the amount of women that have been proven to have been lying about sexual assault. And I think that it's extremely dangerous. I think it's extremely dangerous. I think it is more dangerous for y'all to automatically assume somebody is lying off of weak ass evidence that's being narrated for you, that's being clipped and edited for you. I think it's way more problematic and dangerous for y'all to want to protect somebody, for y'all to call this woman a liar over all of this other superficial, stupid shit that don't really have nothing to do with the moment because y'all want to tell everybody about what a victim looks like. That's not how this works. You don't get to dictate what goes on in the mind of somebody after they've been traumatized in such a way. It's really not that cut and dry. And I don't care how many times you as a woman have been assaulted because your assault didn't go like that. I was trying to get away from my assaulter. Bitch, maybe your situation was different because me and a whole bunch of other women had to deal with the fact that niggas we was in long-term relationships with coerced us and assaulted us. And we didn't even realize it at the time. And it took years. And people in the fucking comments talking about going to the police. But if a nigga rob you, you're not going to call the police because you don't want to deal with the police. But you don't understand how a woman not going straight to the police after sexual coercion is like a usual situation. And you should understand that since most of us don't trust the police. Black people don't trust the police and neither do women. But somehow when black people decide they don't want to call the police out of safety for all the other black people, y'all understand that shit. When women don't go straight to the police as soon as they didn't realize something happened to them, now all of a sudden that means that bitch was lying. Cause why you ain't go to the police that don't none of us motherfucking trust? I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all. And I have to get it off my chest because I have been inundated with so many fucking think pieces from people that pretended to understand what goes on to come to this situation and get somebody that literally could be on the internet just pissed off, angry. Y'all want a sad victim. Y'all want a victim that is gonna act perfectly. Y'all want a victim that's gonna run out the door. Y'all want a victim that's gonna go straight to the police. Y'all want a victim that's not gonna get on the internet after the fact and put the nigga on blast. Y'all want a victim that's not going to tell everybody that the nigga's dick is little and that he really outsmarted you by the way he handled the situation. No, y'all are going to take all of that as proof that she was setting him up instead of recognizing what she's saying is we were having conversations behind the scenes about what was really going on. I'm thinking I could have a real conversation with you behind the scenes. You took our conversations, skewed them, and put them out to social media to make it seem like I'm lying. Yeah, that could be considered what she's talking about when she says what she said. Like, I'm just saying, y'all, I can see it y'all way. I can absolutely see y'all feeling like her asking about the one night stand, meaning she, oh, because your girlfriend. Y'all, I can see that. I can see that being an option here, but I don't know 100%. So what's bothering me is how many of y'all feel like the shit is 100% now, to the fact that y'all are literally reporting on it in y'all videos. She lied. She lied. You can't possibly fucking know that. Yeah, it really does seem like the only way she would be a victim for real is if she was dead or white. Especially with this specific guy. With this specific guy. Oh my God. Like people sending me videos of white girls that's going look up shit, trying to find clips of her talking to someone. Oh, you got a girlfriend on me? Oh, so that's supposed to mean that a weird nigga didn't take advantage of you while you was drunk? Like, none of that means that, y'all. It doesn't mean that. It just doesn't. That's not proof that one thing didn't happen because, oh, she might like niggas with girlfriends. Does that mean that men don't often steal coochie? One doesn't cancel out the other. Yeah, nobody's ever nobody ever is victim enough. And I think what's so upsetting is how often y'all try to act like this is dangerous to him. This shit is not dangerous to any of these niggas. Way more dangerous for the women. Way more dangerous for the women. Y'all really sitting up there acting like when she said that shit, so many people wasn't in the comments calling her a liar from jump. Calling her a hoe that didn't get her money from jump. From jump. And I'm sorry, if the receipts were receding, we will be having a different conversation. Y'all, I don't mind coming to y'all and telling y'all I'm wrong. But the way y'all want me to come in and apologize, like y'all going to other content creators talking about, oh, where's the apology? You know what the apology is? Right here. Suck my dick. Y'all wilding out here the way these niggas be out here sexually harassing and assaulting and ignoring women every fucking day. Y'all up here talking about apologize to a nigga. Bitch, choke on it. Choke on it, bitch. Gargle it. I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. I don't like how it feel, y'all. It just feel like everybody is crazy. Like everybody is like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? How do you know this for a fact? Y'all know how sex works, right? Y'all have seen how many fucking Lifetime movies of bitches getting raped by their little boyfriends and shit do you need to see before you can understand that, yes, a person can say yes at first and be like, I don't really like this shit, and then have the nigga be like, I don't care. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. And then when you just let it happen because you scared they might physically hit you or some shit like that, now it's why you didn't fight back. Bitch, maybe I was drunk. Maybe I was too drunk to fight back. Sound like the bitch went to sleep and woke up. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. So I can't definitively say anything. Why can you? And then when I ask that question, it's a whole bunch of stupid people in the fucking comments saying to me, well, what makes you believe her 100%? How many times do I have to say I'm not 100% on anything? How many times do I have to say that? The whole point that I'm making, the whole point that I'm making is I feel like even with the things that I'm seeing, I don't know 100%. Why the fuck do you feel like you know? And then you turn it around and ask me, what is going on? It's sexism, it's misogyny, it's we hate women, it's we hate ourselves. Is there's always somebody trying to take a black man down. Is that fucking correct? Because I feel like the entire time that white people have been trying to take black men down, black men have been using black women as some type of tool in order to deal with their feelings and shit. Like, we're not whole human beings with our own fucking feelings. As if women haven't been being assaulted and put into like this slavery like form of marriage that is servitude. You got motherfucking Dr. Simone working like a basketball player or a fucking football player to take care of 3 grown ass men. Effective patriarchy, just like y'all automatically not believing a woman because she says some shit y'all don't like, or because she's not a perfect victim, or because she says some outlandish shit about black men. Now all of a sudden that automatically makes her a motherfucking liar. It's all misogyny to me. To me, the baseline is we hate women, we hate children, fuck everybody, let's be heartless, let's not care about what actually is happening, but let's only care about what we feel. And we don't like her, and we like him, so it happened the way, you know what I mean? And we like Cecil, and we don't give a fuck about how hard Simone is working, so Simone, please stay. Please stay in this relationship. Please keep taking care of these fucking kids. Quad, be nice to a man. Quad, please, oh please, don't be mean to a man that can't be on camera for 5 fucking minutes without finding something fucked up to say to you. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. But I just want you to know, and because I feel this all day, and I don't give a fuck. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody be out here working real hard, lying, fronting, doing all kind of weird shit for followers and all of that. I don't give a fuck that much. I really want people to feel safe over here because it is so triggering to be going through social media and seeing how many motherfuckers have lost their minds, or at least acting like they can't conceal. Like they can't understand that you don't know everything, so maybe you should have a little bit more grace in this situation. I'm giving that weird ass nigga more grace than y'all giving that girl. And I can see I don't give a fuck about your boundaries all over that nigga. All that fucking squinting and screaming and hollering and all of that shit. I want people to feel safe over here. So if I see a weird ass comment, I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to accumulate a whole bunch of you weird motherfuckers so I can say I have a whole bunch of followers. I'm blocking you hoes and I'm deleting y'all fucking comments. This will not be a space where y'all can just be in this motherfucker saying all kind of crazy outlandish shit for whatever reason that you got going on with you. Mm-mm. Y'all done made me mad. Mm-mm. And you're right, bitch. I am mad. I care about people. I care about abuse victims. I care about children. I care about women. I care about men who are being abused, disenfranchised. People that are being, you know what I'm saying, basically told that they pain don't fucking matter because your favorite did it. You need to just get over it. The whole world fucked up. Nothing matter. Bitch, I beg to differ. As long as I can still feel pain, as long as I can still feel joy, bitch, we here and it fucking matter. We here and it matter. Got me fucked up. Anyway, Married to Medicine. Quad telling Simone not to say that she wants a divorce from Cecil. Quad, you're a part of the problem here, sweetheart. All of y'all are a part of the problem. Stop telling each other to stay in these marriages. Stop it. I don't know what that automatic mechanism is inside of all of y'all. Quad, you specifically should know that people don't need to stay in no relationship if they don't want to be in it. I don't care how much you like Cecil. I don't care how cool Cecil is and how you can go to his bar and smoke weed and have real good drinks and shit. I know nice niggas. I get it. That don't mean they need to be somebody's husband. That mean they need to go and work as a bartender out in the world. You know what I'm saying? Go live in them a little apartment with their sons and everybody just go, go do jobs that they enjoy and take care of themselves. And Simone, sell all of this fucking shit. Okay? Maybe let them keep the little condo. Let them live together at the little condo. That main house, yeah. Sell that shit. Wrap that shit up. Wrap that shit up. Split it down the middle. Give Cecil, you know what I'm saying? Or don't divorce the nigga. Do like some of these other niggas do. Don't divorce him. Don't divorce him. Don't give him a divorce. But move out. Move away. Move out the marital home. And then once you've been out the marital home for 2 years, then you could do what you want to do. And it's going to be real hard for them to act like, oh, you was out here cheating. He cheated first. He cheated first. His little friend, it's all on Married to Medicine, bitch. But yeah, quiet telling Simone not, oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that, girl. Miss Silly, don't do it. Don't say you gonna leave him. Don't say you don't want to be with him, girl. Don't do that. That's gonna hurt him so much. Oh my God, if you hurt this man. Oh my God, my insides hurt because you gonna hurt this man. Oh my God, don't hurt his feelings. You gonna hurt this man's feelings. Now all of us gonna have hurt feelings because whenever a man's feelings are hurt, our feelings are hurt. Move out again. Sell that main house. Make Cecil start doing some goddamn work around there. I don't know how Cecil is paying for everything, but if it's coming out of your credit card, stop it. Contessa. Contessa is still saying a man paying for a few dinners is nothing to be excited about. Contessa, I wish that you would hate just a little bit more quietly next time. I don't care what you're talking about. Even if I agree with what you said, the energy of which you are doing it is I'm mad because my husband won't even do this. Paying for a few dinners, ma'am, it's more than your husband did. It's more than your husband did. I wouldn't have been happy. Well, you don't have a choice in what you would have been happy with. It's a hypothetical that hasn't happened. My husband actually put something together for me. Yours didn't put anything together for you. So I feel like your opinion on what this is doesn't really matter, and you should keep it to your motherfucking self. Brandy was too nice to that bitch and her wayward titties. Jackie tells Simone that she's going to pop her in the lips. Yeah, we need to talk about the way y'all joke. And I feel like the joke is really based off of trying to keep people in line of some bullshit. Okay? Because I'm a jokester myself. Please don't misunderstand me. But when Jackie says, I'm going to pop you in the mouth, Simone is a 50-something-year-old grown-ass woman. She's taking care of 3 adult men. Jackie, I know that y'all are brainwashed into you guys' mindset, like the mindset y'all have from y'all generation, y'all's group of women, right? Y'all are very, very antiquated. Y'all are fake traditional women and all of that type of shit because y'all work y'all ass off, but y'all still claim to be traditional because I guess working your ass off outside the household still means submitting to a grown ass man on the inside of the household. That's your motherfucking business, right? That's your motherfucking business, Jackie. But when you turn to Simone and tell her you're gonna pop her in the lips, I feel like you're doing too much. And that's what I'm talking about. Why are y'all constantly trying to keep people in this shit? Everybody is an adult. Why are you trying to bully your friend through jokes? Not to say that she don't want to be with this nigga no more. I don't like that y'all keep doing that. It's 2025. It's not 1995. You can leave these niggas. You can. Everybody will be okay. Simone and like pop you in the mouth. Bitch, you gonna hit me? You wanna joke about putting your fucking hands on me because I'm saying something that might make that nigga feel uncomfortable? Do you see? They supposed to care about Simone more. But see, Simone, that's what you deserve though, because you were supposed to care about Quad more and you didn't. You cared more about what Dr. G wanted. Remember when you were trying to force on somebody to have a baby with a nigga that was abusing them? This is why, everybody should in general just, don't say nothing because a lot of y'all don't have good advice to give. So I think that most of y'all should just shut the fuck up. That's what I would suggest. But I know y'all not going to listen to me, right? So Simone and Heavenly talk. Heavenly is very, very dejected about the fact that she fussed out her sons and she says, he didn't disrespect me. He took his shit and he left. And Simone says that they created the monster, so they can't be mad at it. You did create the monster, but you should be mad at it. There is a attitude that y'all have where it's like, I'ma just throw my hands up because there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, that powerlessness y'all are doing, that's y'all putting y'all heads in the sand so y'all don't have to be accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about Heavenly specifically. Heavenly, I really do want to know, why did you flip out and curse your son out? Why was it not just like a conversation? Like, it already happened, it's over. I know you're really upset that they lied to you and that they didn't tell you. But why were you so angry that you had to cuss them out and you couldn't control your anger when you was talking to them? Like, that's something you need to work on. And that's like a lot of women's problem, is like this inability to control yourself once you get upset. So, Heavenly, do you see how you cursed your sons out? And you said that they didn't even disrespect you. To me, when they lied to you, they disrespected you. But I think it's up to you, I guess, to decide what's considered disrespect or not. Because my husband and my son lying to me for years about something as big as an arrest, I would feel like that's disrespectful. I would feel like that's disrespectful to, first of all, who I am in this situation, to my intellect. Like, why the fuck do you think I wouldn't be able to handle it? And that's because apparently she must be fussing y'all the fuck out real bad. So now everybody just enables her bullshit by walking on eggshells around her. And I have to wonder, um, are you like, do you just baby talk Damon when the camera is around, or do you baby talk Damon all the time? Cause I think it's so fucking weird to do all of that like daddy and baby talking shit in front of everybody, and then in private you talk to your son so fucking bad they don't want to talk to you no more. Like, I think that's weird. I think you need to figure out how to balance out your emotions so that you can like stop being fake. When Toya called everybody fake this episode, she wasn't lying. When Toya said y'all can't even be y'all real selves around y'all husbands, she was not lying. She was not lying. Okay. Toya and Eugene talk about him working with Contessa and Scott in that little ass office. It's not an option. So I'm gonna just say this. Automatically, Toya and Eugene have a certain vibe as a couple, right? The vibe is that Toya, is in charge of the girls, and Eugene is, a golden retriever husband. He just wants to make his wife happy. I believe that works in most situations, because otherwise men are going to be like Curtis and they're going to embarrass you at an airport. Men are going to be like Damon. They're going to lie to you about huge things for years. Okay. Have you ignoring questions about motherfucking Infamil, or they're going to be like Cecil, right? They're going to be like Cecil, and you're going to be paying for him and y'all fucking kids, and nobody cares about how tired you are for the rest of your goddamn life. Or Contessa can't even get a nigga to throw her or get somebody to plan, like pay a planner to plan her a birthday party. Like, you don't want to be like women that have no real agency in their relationships and then have their men, like, I think, doing like extreme shit, right? Like, to me, it's extreme that they would lie to you like this. It's extreme that they would cheat on you like this. It's extreme that they would not help you and just kind of allow you to be a workhorse for them. Like, all of those things are really, really extreme. To me, when it comes to Toya and Eugene, Toya likes to be taken care of, but everybody keeps acting like Toya doesn't get paid for this show. Stop acting like Toya is just over there eating up all that nigga money and not bringing nothing into the household, as if Married to Medicine doesn't at least make a six-figure check for her. Okay? Even if he still has to work to pay all of the bills, guess what Eugene does? Something he really enjoys doing. And I think the problem that Toya and Eugene were having is the fact that before, when Eugene worked a lot, he was at least still coming home at night. And anybody that knows what it's like to have a husband that works all the time, you know that little last hour or two before they come home, get in the shower and go to sleep is very, very valuable. Like, or that hour you see them in the morning before they get up to go to work, just them being in the house with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I was asleep, you would come home. You would, maybe take the trash outside or something like that. Kiss me on my motherfucking forehead. I would feel you laying in the bed next to me for 2 hours before I got up. Like, I understand where Toya is coming from. To me, Toya is extremely high strung. I'm not exactly sure what the reason for it is, but there is a level of Toya wanting to impress people. Like, Toya does this thing where it's like, I care so much about what other people think about me when it comes to superficial shit. Her house, her looks. And that's why she's so judgmental to other people, right? Going off about Heavenly's purse being real or fake. Like, why? Why? You know why? Because you already nervous that people are going to be shading you about your house and how much your husband is working in order for you to have your, fifth dream house that y'all have had since y'all have been on this show. Okay. I do believe, I don't know if I want to say Toya is spoiled. I don't want to say that because I feel like what do you mean spoiled? At the end of the day, the agreement and what everybody seems to act like they want is a traditional relationship where a man works and does a job that he really likes when a woman is at home taking care of the kids in the household. That is exactly what Toya does. That is what Eugene does. Y'all don't like the fact that Toya doesn't uh do the submissive fake shit in front of her husband to appease his ego. Like, that's the thing, right? Because she doesn't move that way, everybody else that's like, oh no, Mrs. I don't know. Oh, you talking to your husband like that, Mrs. I don't know. Oh, girl, your master gonna be real upset at you talking to him like that. That's how y'all respond to what happened between them people. That's how y'all was responding. And I'm not even in agreement with Toya. We gonna get to it. Like I said, I feel like Toya be so worried about what other people think and she projects a lot, right? So at Watch What Happens Live, she felt like Eugene was worrying about what the other women felt. And I'm like, no. I said, that's not what it is. I think you were worried about what the other women felt more than Eugene was. Okay, we're gonna get to it. But either way, what I feel like is happening in this moment where everybody act like they don't understand where Toya is coming from. I do think Toya misses having her husband at home. I think she is upset with him because he's decided to work away from the home in such a way. And he is trying to make it seem as if, well, I'm not here, but I'm still working a lot. And when I was here, you still wasn't seeing me because I was working more. And it's like, yeah, Eugene, but you were at least still here, right? I don't care if you're gone, you only come home for a couple of hours. At least I saw you for a couple of hours versus you being gone for 5 days at a time. That's just how I would feel, right? And it's not even about maintaining a house. And low key, I probably would be like perfectly fine with not seeing you for the first couple of weeks of that shit, right? I would be like, fine, and get out my face. You know what I'm saying? But then after a while, I would be sad. I would be sad that you were always gone like that. So this argument that they're having, I think, is feeding into what happens later, which is that I think she feels lonely. I do. I think she feels like she's by herself a lot. I think she's complaining to him about it. I think that it's being done so that they can financially, do what they need to do. And that's fine, but that doesn't change how it feels, right? Which is still like, I wish you were not 5 hours away and that I was not going days and days and days without seeing you. Okay. So to me at this point, it's the complaining and whining. Uh, I mean, I guess y'all can feel like that about it, but I don't know like how else to say to somebody I don't like. You know what I mean? I just feel like y'all are not used to, and a lot of people are not comfortable with women actually expressing how they feel. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I feel. I feel like I've always had this attitude about Toya and Eugene, to where because they don't act like how normal women are supposed to be, like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Like, Toya doesn't move like that because Toya knows that she's the prize in her relationship. Like, Eugene is a prize. Please don't get me wrong. But the difference between when a man feels like he's the only prize is the issue here. Okay. So yeah, let's just move on. We're gonna come back to it. Hold on. Hold on. Quad and King at Dr. Jackie's office. Let's talk about something. Jackie jokingly disregarding Quad. Yeah, okay, move, girl. And this is King. I'm just at an age now where I don't like that. Like, there are certain things that I don't like it when it's a joke that plays into y'all's, misogyny. I don't like that. Like, I don't like jokes that play into misogyny. Like, cause it'd be one thing. It's like, oh, you're just joking. It's not that big of a deal. But when y'all actually are like misogynistic women that go out of y'all way to value men more than women, even though y'all are in women, like mostly women's spaces, yeah. Like, I hate to say it like this, but Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, can test it too, but specifically the two of them are like Dr. Pick-me's, right? And I'm saying this because I'm remembering what happened with Gregory and how it seemed like because Gregory is another doctor, they took his side over Quad's because he's a doctor. And when I think about that, I'm like, damn, bitch, y'all will literally put anything anything before y'all's friendships with other women that y'all pretend to love and care about. Like, it's just very weird to me. But yeah, Jackie is giving she will absolutely fuck King. And that that tracks. Okay. Um Also, y'all, let King. I'm more and more evidence every day. King gives me more and more evidence every episode that he is not the right guy, and Quiet need to go ahead and let it go, let it flow, let it go. Just let it go, baby. Like, girl. Okay. So last episode, King told us that he's been trying to dodge having a child. He said, I've been trying to dodge this shit my whole life. Okay. I've been trying to dodge having a baby my whole life. And then Quad was like, having a baby is a blessing. Yeah, a blessing in disguise. So in the confessional, it seems like King doesn't really want to do this process, right? But then when we're in front of Dr. Jackie, all of a sudden, what the fallopian tubes are and how the baby is going to extend its big ass head into her, into like, now you know all of the things. Now you have all of the information. And I thought that was just very, very interesting. And of course, Dr. Jackie is eating this shit up. And so you have to pay attention to the good guy prototype. The good guy prototype is the type of man that wants to be seen as a good guy in front of everybody else while saying all of these little fucked up, slick ass things to you, right? So whenever you, just like with Dr. Gregory, whenever you accuse King of mistreating you or anything like that, everybody is going to think that you're lying and that you're putting 20 on 10 because King is just, look how he was. Look how he was at the doctor's office. He knows what's going on. And what about the comment he made? They're going to completely ignore or not really see a problem because Dr. Jackie has told us about the mother-in-law what is it called, y'all? The mother-in-law sewing technique, whatever the fuck it's called, so that a woman's vagina can be tight for a man. And so the idea was that, creepy ass mother-in-laws would be, trying to make sure that their daughter-in-laws, coochies were sewn up so that their sons would be happy, like whatever the fuck weird ass shit that comes from. But that's what Jackie told us about. Listen, that's what Jackie told us about. Okay. Now, King says up out of his mouth, he mentions measuring the thickness of Quad's walls to make sure they aren't worn out. The mother-in-law stitch. Thank you. The nigga said He wanted to measure the thickness of quads walls to make sure they weren't worn out. Let me explain something to y'all. It is 2025. We are in a terrible time in history. And I just need for every woman out there to understand something. We are not garbage retainers for men's sperm. We are not objects, right? I'm not a car or a machine. I'm not an inanimate object. I am a woman and I am a human being. What it means to be a woman is to be one with a womb, correct? And what do y'all want women to be doing? Because y'all say the only thing we supposed to be doing is having babies. And if women are made to have babies, wouldn't that mean that women's bodies are meant to stretch and come back together and stretch and come back together? And so, if that is the case, why are you wondering about whether a woman's vagina is going to be tight enough for you? Why are you not looking at her as a person that's about to, I don't know, possibly bring forth life that could possibly die during childbirth because she's in her mid 40s trying to go through IVF with a corny nigga? This is very dangerous shit. This is very dangerous shit that this lady is about to embark on. And how you view her, what comes up out of your fucking mouth, the thought that comes out of your head is to be worried about whether her coochie is gonna be tight enough for you or not. Y'all, I think that is extremely callous, dehumanizing, and a very immature, fucked up little boy ass thing to say about a woman's body. And when somebody in the comments asked me earlier if I thought he was gay, I don't know. But people that act like they don't understand how vaginas work absolutely make me question their sexuality. Absolutely make me question their sexuality. Why would you think that if a woman can have a fucking baby and her coochie goes right back to where it was supposed to be after a while, why the fuck would you think a woman that has never had it, like, no, I don't think it will. When Dr. Jackie said that the odds are against Quad, but she has to give her hope, I felt like, yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. Right. Like, what do you mean? Like, how do you not? You've never had sex with a woman that's had kids before? Nigga, I've had sex with a woman that's had kids before. Vaginas do not feel that different. And I'm talking about spatially. Fuck. Like, bitch, my arm didn't fall in that motherfucker. Are you okay? And then she's not even pregnant yet, but it's just the fact that he would just say that though. The fact that he would even just say that when 9 times out of 10, she's gonna have to get a C-section. 9 times out of 10, she's gonna have to get a C-section. And even if she did have vaginal birth, that still doesn't mean her vagina would now be out of commission and stretched out like an old ass sweater. It is not an inanimate object. Yeah, 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 yeah. I peeped Jackie's, I gotta give her hope shade. I peeped it. Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear King asking for Jackie to sponsor the flights to Ghana? Now I'm gonna ask y'all again. What type of man ask a woman to pay for his plane tickets, for him and his woman's plane tickets? What type of man asks those types of questions out loud with their mouth? Like just out loud in front of everybody. What? Why would you ask her that? Yeah, all of that's a problem. All of that's a problem, girl. All of that's a problem. Send the car back, give him the ring back, give him all the shit back. And if you want to have a baby by yourself, quiet, have a baby by yourself, girl. Have a baby by yourself, girl. You a millionaire. You don't need this nigga. This is insane. And then, y'all, and then now I know how sometimes I'm not always right, y'all, but y'all know how I be paying attention to context clues so well that I really be on my shit and be knowing what the fuck I'm talking about, even when we don't have all of the information. This is one of them times. Last episode, I told y'all when he was asking her in the bathroom, talking about big bad quiet, but you don't want to let nobody give you the shot. We didn't hear the exact conversation, but I deduced from that he wanted to give her the shot. I personally don't understand why you are jokingly, like why you're trying to convince her to let you give her the shot. That's the first thing. Then when we get here, he must have did it again. They edited it out, but he must have mentioned it again in front of Dr. Jackie. So now Quad, begrudgingly so, allows him to prick her. And I know this is such a small thing, y'all, but in my mind, why do you want to stick her with a needle so badly? Yeah, it actually gives he wants to inflict pain on her. Any type of pain, which is why she doesn't feel that cuz she was like, "Now get away from me." It's the same thing as him constantly saying these little weird ass comments to her. All of the negging. To me, when some like it reminds me, King reminds me of one of those men that will have accidents where they're acting clumsy, but they keep hurting you while they're doing the clumsy shit. Shut up. Not he used to get a check as a child. He probably wants to do it wrong so it won't work. She really got with a finer Greg. That's what it's seeming like. That's what it's seeming like. And y'all, that is a lot of the times the case. After you leave one abuser, you'll get with another one. He'll just be less abusive because you'll be comparing to the last one. So let's move on. Mimi and her husband. I don't y'all know how I feel because I've said it before. And I keep coming back to it like you tripping, B. Like, stop, stop. Everybody, I be hearing y'all. I know y'all hate when I say shit about people being gay and all of that. So I be like really trying not to do that shit all the time. Cause I know y'all be, you know what I'm saying? But oh my God, I can't help it. Anyway, uh Mimi and her husband, we get in a nice little scene with them where we got to see that they have two kids and their son has autism, right? And I just want to preface this with saying that this is so difficult, right? Having kids with any type of like, issues that makes it harder for them to cope in this fucked up ass society, right? So I automatically want to give grace, you know what I'm saying? And, big up them as a couple for the patience that it takes to have children that, might have autism or any other type of disabilities that hinders them in, again, this weird ass world we live in, right? So please don't misunderstand. You know what I'm saying? Like, please don't misunderstand when I get into how I felt about this scene, okay? Because I don't have a child like that, a child with autism. And I really do feel like it's one of the reasons why I'm glad I don't have any kids. And I've always been scared of like having a kid that has some type of, disability. And this is not to be like an asshole, right? But I just like, I get that it's very difficult. And I'm just giving room and grace to that, right? But I'm always gonna like, care about the kids, y'all. Bonnie loves the kids. It is what it is, okay? Um, when the little boy, first of all, the little boy looked like he wanted to hit the little girl earlier and then kind of didn't, right? Like he hit at her, but he didn't hit her. And then later on, when the little boy actually turns around and hits the little girl hella hard, I got really, really like, first of all, it was jarring. But this is why I be feeling like that sometimes because it's like, what are you supposed to do in a situation like this? I don't know, but what I can tell you I didn't like was them immediately making them hug and making like this apology thing take place. It's one thing to make the son apologize for hitting her. It's another thing to tell her that she has to accept it automatically and she has to hug him right after. And I did appreciate that they switched seats and all of that. Like I really, like I get it, but I was like, I don't like that they did that. That was the one thing where I was like, I don't like that y'all forced her to hug him. And I could tell like it's an automatic thing. He hurts her, she hugs him. He hurts her. She has to be cognizant of the fact that he has autism and, it's different. So then that makes what happened to her, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't like that. I just feel like he could have apologized to her without y'all forcing like a physical hug between them. She swung back on him before her parents were made. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, no. I just feel like, okay, don't make them touch. But I just wanted to point that out because I feel like in the process of y'all trying to fix it, I think as she gets older, it will make her feel like she has to be forgiving or make allowances in times when her own like physical boundaries are being violated. You know what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I mean? Like, is that saying too much? Yeah, and she might grow up to resent him if that happens. Like, you know what I mean? Right, she hit him harder, but I don't know if she hit him hard. I don't even know if she connected with him, to be honest. But I know he hit the shit out of her, and then she burst into tears, and like I guess at some point started wailing her arm, but I didn't see her actually hit him back. Either way, I don't want y'all to be in the comments trying to make it seem like if she hit him back, that now makes what he did okay because she hit him back. Because sometimes, like I don't know why that reminded me of that conversation we was having about Martin and Pam and how everybody was like how Martin treated Pam was okay because Pam used to hit him back or Pam used to, throw slugs back at him. And I'm like, yeah, somebody that used to always have to fight and defend themselves and rib people back, you still feel hurt just because you're responding to it and not allowing them to like make you be quiet and just lay down and take it doesn't mean that what they did is still not hurtful to you. So, you know what I mean? And it also doesn't mean that they didn't fucking start it. So yeah, like y'all, I know what y'all saying in the comments, but I'm clocking it because I'm feeling a way about that. Um, but yeah, the even the parents like they get emotional, they start crying. Like it's a tough situation, and I'm not really trying to judge them, but I think as a community, as a world, we have this thing where we feel like children don't have autonomy and children don't have the right to reject physical contact. And I just want us to be clear that they do, especially in instances where they're being harmed and they're upset. She doesn't have to receive the apology just because he gave it to her. And I think girls specifically are raised to do that automatically. That if somebody does something to them and a person apologizes, then that makes everything okay. I'm just saying, because I'm thinking about something in my head. You know what I'm saying? I hate the way I keep going back to that fucking Jordine Pauline situation. Oh, girl, I hate it. But it just reminds me, like when somebody's saying, if you would have just gave me an apology, if you would have handled it right, I wouldn't have said nothing. Like, I don't know. 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 Leave me alone. I don't know. It's a theme. I don't know. Toya's party. So y'all, Toya has something to prove. And I say this, like that's whenever she has something at her house, I don't know what it is, but I really would love for Toya to go I would love for Toya to go and heal, right? From whatever happened in her childhood that makes her feel like she needs to financially be proving something to people. Like, my bags are real. My clothes are real. My house is big. My house is brand new. My house is nice. Like, Toya, that's something I don't know what happened. I guess growing up in poverty and being made fun of and all of that has you consistently in your life overcorrecting for that. And at some point, I need for you to realize that that is really causing a lot of harm to you and to your family. Like it's just unnecessary. And I feel like it only happened because you were already stressed out worrying about how people were going to judge you at your house. That this is why you're going to text somebody about a fake ass purse. Because who the fuck cares? Like it just, yeah. Girl, I need you to heal. Money is not everything. Money is not everything. It doesn't mean that you're happy. Like, please stop with this shit. Let me see. What else? She seemed like she was kind of on the edge, right? Like it was only gonna take any like a little small thing for her to flip the fuck out. Was it just me that felt like, kind of she was just on edge? Even when Mimi came in there and sat down on the napkin, I felt her. It did feel like Mimi has a very like I'm better than you air about her. That's what I'm starting to get from Mimi. Through her therapy, through her marriage, there is a level of we're better than you. We handle our shit better than you, right? Like I'm just saying, it's the vibe that I'm getting from her at this point. I still kind of like Mimi a little bit, a tad, a scotch, but I've heard things from her from last season and this season, remember your, what did she say? Remember your something when she was talking to Sweet Tea. Your covenant. Remember your covenant. Remember your covenant. And now she telling Toya to remember her femininity. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like there are ways, and I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain how you could talk to somebody without that shit. Like I don't want to hear a critique that sounds like misogyny from nobody. Telling me to rest in my feminine. I don't want to hear that from anybody because that is not real. That is not real. No one individual can go through in their entire life resting in their fucking femininity. Don't say no stupid shit like that to me. We grown ass women. Everything has its time. Everything has its place. Masculine energy has its place in women and in men. Feminine energy has its place in men and women at times. Both energies are required. A balance is better than being too far on one or the other side as far as I'm concerned. So I hate when people that act like they know what the fuck they talking about say stupid shit like that. Don't talk to me like that. I'm sorry, y'all. We gonna get into it later. It just annoyed me. Okay, so Heavenly and Toya got into the fight in a text thread, right? And Toya calling out Heavenly's fake Balenciaga bag, and then Heavenly says that Eugene's dick is small. And this is the reason why you don't like, if you like your husband, you don't embarrass him in certain ways because people will always use that against you, right? Um, but I for one wouldn't care. Like I wouldn't care about any of that. Like, why you worry about my husband's dick size? I would be like, I ain't gonna have to listen. Listen, my children still talking to me though, huh, bitch? Like I just, I don't know. I would have came back after that. Anyway, so Mimi sitting on a napkin acting like shit wasn't clean. Toya, when Toya started, girl, why you acting like we at Heavenly's house or something? It was like, Toya, calm the fuck down. Toya was doing weight, like it was just like, girl, calm the fuck down. She was very high strung throughout this entire party. Um, when Heavenly and Damon got there, the argument was basically put to the side. They hugged each other. Toya said, "You still mad at me?" She was like, "No, I'm not mad. I just want to get my purse." Then they go into her closet and see the cherry blossom tree that she has in a closet, and they all him and haw. But then in a confessional, Contessa, oh, they're gonna have to get it out of here whenever they decide to sell this house. Like, why you act? It's a fake tree, bitch. I'm sure they can get it out. Sometimes y'all just say shit that seem like hater ass shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, Toya wants to play this game with everybody. And this is the high strung thing because she's trying to get everybody to play the game and she wanted Eugene to like get up to be like the one that'll make everybody else get up, right? But Eugene is aggravated with her because Eugene is already like, they've been going back and forth about the house situation. I think their energies were already heightened to begin with. But Eugene didn't want to play the game. So instead of getting up to play the game like she wanted them to, he starts writing doctor's notes so that they don't have to play the game. She then says to him, "You know what I need from you." She talks to him like he's a child in front of everybody, right? And I totally understand where Toya is coming from, but this is the moment where it shouldn't have been like that. I understand that she was frustrated and he kept playing, even though she was like, "Nigga, I'm really asking you to help me. I'm serious, and you want to keep joking, and I'm getting pissed off." I've been in that situation before. But she didn't have to talk to him like that. Like there was a better way to talk to him. And in all honesty, I would have been like, "Come on, y'all not gonna play the game? If y'all not gonna play the game, I'm just gonna put everything up then. Y'all don't want to play? Okay, we won't play the game, but I'm gonna be mad at everybody. I just want y'all to know, like, there are ways to get your point across in a way that doesn't cause all of this. And the only reason why I say that is because I feel like you have to stop giving these people ammunition to use against you and Eugene and y'all's relationship. When you screamed at him like that in front of everybody, it gave them more ammunition to act as if he's a punk and you're just running him into the ground, which is a typical thing they say about any relationship that isn't a woman submitting to a man's every fucking whim or acting like a lion, creep ass woman, like, Heavenly and shit, changing her voice and all of that shit. That's weird, bitch. You really do be a different person. Daddy, that's weird that you change your personality depending on who you in front of. Y'all fracture yourselves all over the place, and it is weird. But she was wrong for the way she handled him in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Like, but I do understand where she was coming from in the moment of like, I'm frustrated. But yeah, no, she needed to not talk to him like that in front of everybody. If not for respecting him, for not giving all of them motherfuckers ammunition to say that you just mishandling your husband any old type of way. Cause that's what they do. And that's what they were saying. The men and the women, whistling and making all of these fucking noises and shit, which to me was like, I get that y'all are responding to what's happening in front of y'all, and Mimi and her husband, y'all ain't been around and all of that. That motherfucker ear hustling on them people conversation. Y'all saw that weird ass shit. Listen, I get it. I get it. I'm not really mad at everybody for the way they responded in the moment, but Heavenly was doing a lot. And Mimi, oh girl, don't talk to your husband like that. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't feel like that's appropriate. And I think that makes situations worse when y'all openly try to like correct grown ass people when they're arguing in their relationships, right? Like, y'all, like, even when Jackie was like, if this is the way Toya talks in front of us, I wonder what's going on behind closed doors. So are you now trying to insinuate that Toya is over there beating the shit out of Eugene? Because that's what it sounded like, Jackie. And this is what I be talking about, where it's like y'all put 20 on 10 because y'all want to prove so bad that women are doing the same thing to men that men are doing to women. And that's what this be feeling like a gotcha moment. So that's why, like, me personally, I'm not arguing with my nigga in front of people. And there have been times where I have like completely shut down because I'm like, nigga, I don't know what the fuck you think going on right now, but we're not about to argue in front of these people. We're not. I'm just not going to say anything. And you can just feel however you want to feel because I'm not arguing in front of no other people. I hate arguing in public. I don't like that. Because it ain't none of your fucking business. It ain't none of your fucking business. I will stay quiet until we get in private and then we could have the conversation. But I would rather shut down. Now, I'm not judging Toya because we all respond however we respond. But in this moment, the way you talked to him was fucked up. The way you talked to him was fucked up. You could have did that in a different way. When he came back and told everybody that he could have not, made the joke and he get it, he didn't realize how serious the moment was and he know how, aggravated she's been behind all of this. I did appreciate that moment because that was him acknowledging that there was a moment that he was kind of being an asshole and he could have not been. She didn't have to talk to him like that, but there was literally a moment for him as her husband where he knows, yeah, in that moment I could have not, and I still did. I appreciated him for that. I really did. Because to me, it means that you understand your wife. Okay. Now, we're going to continue on because I'm not done with Toya. Okay. So, Curtis asked King if this is what he has to look forward to. Curtis. You know what's annoying about you right now is because you have humiliated and cheated on your wife in Atlanta's busy ass global international motherfucking airport. You don't have a right to turn to that stupid ass nigga King and say, this what you signing up for, huh? What are you talking about, Curtis? And this is because you are mad at Toya for pointing out how you like to keep touching bitches on the hip all the time, which was the truth. I didn't like that moment. Because if we're all going to act like everybody's doing the same thing, well, then everybody's cheating just like you, Curtis. If we're going to all act like all of the women are talking to all of y'all the same way that Toya just talked to Eugene just then, well, then all of the niggas are cheating and humiliating their wives like you, Curtis. The fuck is you talking about? I didn't like that. And then King says, see, that's why I never move into a woman's house. Can y'all explain to me what the fuck that got to do with this? Eugene did not move into Toya's house. Eugene and Toya have been moving into homes together since they got married. These are two married people. He didn't move into her house. They buy homes together. What the fuck are you talking about? The way he keep trying to find ways to make every group situation about him and Quad is very passive aggressive. If you don't like her, just fucking say that. Stop trying to find ways to get people to help you gang up on her, because that's what it starts to feel like, King. Like, what the fuck was that? Mimi, is this normal? Mimi, please. Mimi, fucking please. Like that, like Heavenly says, yes, it is, girl. She always talking to her man like this. Eugene goes inside to try to pull Toya to the side, but she tells him no, she don't want to talk to him. He says, I mean, what the fuck did you just say out there? She said, don't come in here fucking cursing at me because you don't want me to curse at you. She feels like nothing is wrong with what she said to him about if you're a leader, can you lead your friends and all of that? Because obviously, if you were a leader, this wouldn't be an issue. She's still doing a lot. She's still doing a lot, right? Eugene says the ladies felt it was disrespectful too. That was not the point to make, Eugene. That wasn't the point to make because when she followed up with fuck them bitches, I ain't gonna lie, I felt that. So sorry, y'all. I'm not fuck them bitches. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I felt it. I felt it. I felt what she was saying in that moment. Not to him, but towards them. Because when she followed it up with these are women that can't even have a real conversation with their husbands. These are women that can't even be their true selves around their husband. And you want to compare me to them? And honestly, that was some real ass shit because that's exactly how it is. And her having those men and those women walking around was the prime example of that. That's another thing. A lot of things about this party were pressure points because everybody is extremely misogynistic and sexist. And so when Toya does shit that acts outside of how y'all think people are supposed to act, and this is not about the way she talked to him, this is about having naked people at the parties. You know what I'm saying? This is about, just all of the little things that she can, because she does this all the time. All her parties be having strippers and dick at them, okay? And Eugene don't blink an eye. Like, as long as there's a woman with her ass out there, I'll be just fine, right? But you could tell that some of the men were looking at him like, you allowing this shit? So I believe that Eugene, in a moment, kind of, brushed up against her in a way that he normally would have because they were already doing that thing where we're questioning Eugene's manhood because he's not telling Toya what the fuck to do. Like that's basically, I think, what was already happening. So when we fast forward to Watch What Happens Live, and Toya was like, "Oh, I think Eugene let the women get to him." On some level, yes, but you let them get to you first. You let them get to you first. I feel like this is one of those situations where Toya could have talked to Eugene differently, and Eugene could have like picked up on the fact that his wife was like having a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like even before the game, like when the game started, this is the moment where you could tell they like doing little shit. You know what I'm saying, to each other in this moment. But because she's the woman and she's saying it out loud, and he's doing it passive aggressively, right? Because he's like, nah, I ain't gotta look at you. I ain't gotta worry about what you're talking about right now. I'm doing what I'm doing right now. If that's not normally how your husband talks to you, it is very like, who the fuck you talking to? I'm sorry, y'all. If you have never experienced that before, I implore you to just mind your business when it comes to this. But if you have never had a situation where you with somebody and when y'all by yourselves, they don't really be coming at you sideways like that. But y'all get in front of people and not all of a sudden they coming at you like with some little slick shit and you like, wait a minute. What? Yes, they were both agitated. I do believe that. And I do feel like this is something that they would have, just gotten past. However, the way everybody else then starts to judge them and talk about them in front of everybody, I do understand why Toya felt the way she felt, like fuck all of y'all, right? Because it was just a moment where they made the situation worse than it really had to be because everybody was already feeling like Eugene not being man enough. Because Eugene just letting Toya have men walk around. Eugene just, continue to work and do a job that he loved like a dog so she could have all these nice ass houses. And it's crazy because that's why Married to Medicine is so fucking weird to me because it's a group of women that are like bigging up this traditional misogynistic bullshit. Heavenly, every chance Heavenly gets, she's somewhere telling you that your husband needs to make more money than you in order for your relationship to work out, right? As if the only reason y'all don't stay together is just because y'all not leaving each other. It's not because the quality of your relationship is so great. Because if the quality of your relationship was so fucking great, then that shit that happened with your son wouldn't have happened. Like, I don't know how else to say that. But to me, you and your husband are not really friends like that if he didn't tell you that shit for years. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's true or not because everybody keep trying to act like it's a lie and all of that. But I don't know. He's a cuck. He might be. He might be a cuck. But y'all look down on that. Y'all look down on the shit that people do in their relationships if it don't coincide with y'all's, man, rule everything, control all, all of that dumb shit y'all do. But yeah, okay. So Mimi husband standing by listening to what they said, judging. That was another moment where I was just like, say, bruh, go find your wife. Why is you sitting up there ear hustling and then the camera got you doing all like, bro, get the fuck, like, why is you in there trying to hear what them people going through? Get out. Go outside. Like, I don't know. Did somebody need to get banned in here? Let me know. Eugene admits that he could have not joked knowing she was stressed. King says this is okay. So once Eugene says that I'll handle it later, we'll be fine. I know y'all think this is the end of the world, but we've been married for 17 years. We had an argument. It's okay. We'll be fine. Okay? Because at the root of this, y'all, and it's not again, I don't disagree that Toya was wrong. But at the root of this, women can't speak to their husbands the way their husbands can speak to them. At the root of this, that's what this feels like to me. Okay? And I'm talking about the group, how the group felt, which is why Eugene and Toya are like embarrassed and responding in the ways that they're responding, is because everybody else is making them feel like, oh my God, she just spit in your fucking face. Like, oh my God. Right? And then King says, I like an apology, but the apology with an attitude is no apology at all. And I was so confused by this. This seemed like a moment where, did you and Quad argue before y'all got here? And now you're trying to like passive aggressively, like, sub her in this moment? Because that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about. Eugene just said that he will go and apologize later, meaning that he will go and apologize to his wife, not the other way around. So why are you saying that you like the apology, but not an apology with an attitude? How many times is King going to? How many times is King going to like, make these little comments that it feel like it's about him and Quad? And Quad said, what did Quad say? Quad said, well, I feel like I apologize. And he said, yeah, but you apologize with an attitude. And then in the confession, she was like, so what? I'm just being a bitch. And he was like, okay, then leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. If I am such a terrible person to be in a relationship with, if I'm a bitch, if I always have an attitude, if I have a big back, if my walls are too ran through, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want a baby, if it, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. Please leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Go find somebody you actually like, King. Cause all of this negging this lady out of nowhere, maybe we're missing it. I don't know. But I'm tired of every 5 seconds there being a fucking comment about this lady. And you know what y'all do on these weird ass reality shows? Is that all the reality show people gotta do is tape you saying this shit. And now y'all gonna be, oh, it's the narrative. It's not a narrative. At large, men disregard their wives, the women that they're in relationships with. At large, y'all neg them. At large, y'all care more about the validation of other men than you do about the women. At large, this is what's going on. So when we see situations like Contessa and Scott's, Simone and her husbands, and now, okay, with Quad and King, they always want to get up there on the fucking internet talking about that's just the narrative they want y'all to go with. They don't never tell y'all when this happened or when that happened. Bitch, get y'all asses off these motherfucking reality shows showing us that y'all husbands ain't shitting and starting to act like we fucking stupid. I get so tired of people doing that. From Pharrell to Ray J to everybody else, stop coming to us telling us shit. And then when we pick it up exactly how you put it down, instead of in the way you thought you were manipulating us to receive what you said, now you want to tell us that we not getting the whole story and it's a narrative being pushed. Because that's what Contessa is on the fucking internet saying about her and Scott, that the show is pushing a narrative about men. How about you stop coming back to this show that's pushing a narrative about men? You keep coming back down this bitch, though. And then you keep coming to us complaining about your husband and then acting like the scene is being edited together with voiceover. Is it AI, bitch? Let us know. Because if they are AIing you in a way to make your man look bad, then you need to get off the show. I would never be on a reality show that's like trying to make my man look bad if my man not a bad guy. That's weird. Eugene, no, I read that part. Let's keep going. Yeah. So Contessa, y'all know another thing I can't stand about Contessa. Speaking of Contessa, every time something happened at somebody's house, y'all, Contessa the first one to want to go and find the person in their motherfucking closet and talk all quiet to them and act like she really their friend and she really like them and all of that. I can't stand Contessa, y'all. I used to like Contessa. I really did. I used to like Contessa back when she was before she lost all this weight. Really before Anila. Right when Anila came on, that season Anila came on was the season I stopped liking Contessa. But yeah, girl, Contessa, I get tired of you following people in their closet. And Toya is having, a complete fucking meltdown because this is all embarrassing. This is not how she wanted this shit to go. I don't think she really I don't think she felt good about her and Eugene getting into it in front of everybody. But also mainly like fuck them. Cause her real anger is towards them not accepting her because y'all know how much they judge her because she's not a doctor. So I do feel like she's always trying to get their acceptance. And she feels like the only way she can get their acceptance is through the money and through the traditional lifestyle they pretend like they are here for, but all of them are working their asses off, which means you're not living a traditional lifestyle, Miss fucking Doctor. Oh, y'all old hoes work on my nerves sometimes because y'all know y'all just be lying. Stop saying stupid shit like this out loud to everybody. Me talking about lean into your femininity. Girl, what? No, how about Toya? Like, girl, don't talk to him like that in front of us. You know these hoes gonna use that shit against you later on, just like they use the small dick shit. Just like they use the small dick shit, girl. Don't talk that shit to that man in front of us. Talk that shit to that man in private, like normal people. That would have been my advice. Not lean into your femininity, bitch. Because to be very clear, femininity is chaotic. I don't know if y'all know that. But feminine energy is creative. Sometimes it's chaotic. Masculine energy can sometimes be presented as stoicism and being more in control, more methodical. Like I hate when y'all talk and y'all say shit and y'all be smart, but y'all use shit in a context that tells me you didn't get this information from the right place because you're using it in a way that I feel like is defined by red pill misogynistic ideals of how women are supposed to show up. Because there is nothing soft and feminine about pushing a baby out of your pussy. It's bloody. It's literally splitting your body in half. Nothing about that. That's the most womanly thing that you can do is push a baby out of your coochie. It is not a feminine, soft, girly affair. It's not. So I hate when y'all like draw those two things together like that. Um Toya comes outside and says to everyone, don't make her list all the shit she knows about them. And she and Eugene will be fine. But he worrying about what you fake ass bitches think. Toya says, and I'm not drunk either. They don't have her back in her marriage. And it's because they were making a situation worse than it had to be. I know how she felt. She felt embarrassed. She did. But it was also because y'all were acting like children. Ooh, like y'all not grown enough to know not to make the fucking situation worse. Like the fuck? Ooh, girl. Toya cries to Simone and she said she's tired of being judged. And when she said that, I was like, that's the core issue here, Toya. Toya, that is the core issue. The core issue is that you feel judged by these women because these women are judgy and because you grew up feeling like not having money and not having financial stability meant something, it's survival. It's terrible. It's hard, but it doesn't mean anything about you on a personal level. Like, I really need for y'all to understand this shit, right? People being poor doesn't mean that they aren't good enough. People being poor doesn't mean that people are stupid. People being poor doesn't mean that people are lazy. People being poor doesn't mean that people are dirty. Being poor is a product of this patriarchal, hierarchical system, this capitalistic system that we live in that says 1% should hoard the wealth over everybody else. That is what makes people poor, right? So if we understand that that is the only thing that really makes motherfuckers poor, because you could be poor and be very well read. You could be poor and be so fucking smart you get scholarships and go to great colleges and are very smart. Like being poor does not mean anything about who you are as a person. And I really need for us to get to a time frame. I don't know when it will be. What y'all stop valuing money in such a way that you feel like only good people have a lot of money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't it feel like everybody feels like prosperity preaching? Like, if you don't have a lot of shit, that must mean that you're not a good person or that your life isn't going well because you don't have a lot of money. Like, y'all really do internalize poverty in a way that I need for us to like untangle ourselves from. You know what I'm saying? You gotta untangle yourself from that, girl. But I could tell that like that's what really keeps her in this space of feeling like she needs to prove something, moving from house to house, judging everybody on how they look and they name brand and all of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, when she said that, I was like, yeah, that's the issue. You need to go to therapy and heal that, love. You really do. Um, Heavenly denies saying anything bad. Heavenly, stop. You knew exactly what you were doing. You love like one of Heavenly's favorite things to do is to use her submission as a weapon against the other women. Even though your mouth gets you in trouble with your sons, your mouth gets you in trouble with your husband sometimes, you still like a weird old bitch, older than you are for real. Like they act like women that were like, born in the 20s and shit. Like Heavenly and even though they're like doctors and shit and they're on social media, they do all of this all of these things that feminism allowed them. Okay? All of these things. But it's still this mentality that like, see, I submit to my owner better than you. I submit better. I'm a better submitter than you. Like she does that all the time. And with her and Toya, like that's what it is. I don't talk to my man like that. I submit, but you talk to your kids like that. So obviously, you not talking to your husband like that doesn't mean that you are in control of your emotions and you just this soft person that doesn't mishandle people like that and doesn't raise their voice. That's the fake shit Toya was talking about. I don't know. I feel like everybody, need to go and get their issues together. Okay. Everybody has their own personal shit that they going through individually. And when they come together, everybody's issues start bumping up against each other. Okay. Um, let's see. Toya tells them that they're all next and that Heavenly will be talking shit about them next. And I think that she really was trying to make this more of the girls' issue than hers, but I think it was both. I think that Heavenly and them were doing a little bit too much. And I think that if I'm an adult at my friend's house, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't got into it, I'm probably not gonna get involved in that shit. Like I've literally had situations like that happen before with me and my homegirl and her nigga, and I could tell he thought that I was gonna be like rah 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 rah, my friend, my friend. I don't have nothing to say. Listen, I was just like, friend, like I'm just here with you. Whenever you ready to go, we can go. Okay. We can go get a drink somewhere else. And you could tell he thought that I was gonna be going in on him. I was gonna be mad and all of that. And I was like, son, this ain't got nothing to do with me. This is y'all situation. You ain't put your hands on my friend. You didn't like physically harm her in any way. Yeah, I don't have nothing to say. Y'all can figure y'all own shit out. Because what I have learned is that you don't get involved in people's arguments because when you get involved in their arguments, they get mad at you. Even when you give them advice on the niggas that they don't want, they get mad at you. So I have learned, girl, I don't have nothing to say unless you ask me. And I'm the type of friend that I'll tell you if you want to stay, if you still want to stay with this fuck ass nigga, please stay with him until you get tired. I'm not going to tell you to do something that you don't want to do. Now you already know what my vibe is. You already know you ain't got to be nowhere you don't want to be. But if you ain't tired yet, if you ain't done fucking with the ain't shit ass nigga, then hey, let's just go get a drink and y'all will talk about it later. Y'all will get over it. But I don't have nothing to say. Girl, hands up. Listen, it ain't my issue. You ready, friend? You ready to go? That's me. Okay. So I make it a point to not be doing all of that because you don't want to add to the situation because people are going to stay together a lot of the times. And as long as you're not hurting each other, and I mean like physically, you're not assaulting each other, and as long as I don't feel like you're not abusing my friend, like just going in and all of that, yeah, I don't have nothing to say. Hey, yeah, I don't have nothing to say. So, I do feel like they were doing too much. I do. Because competent women like Simone, Heavenly, and Jackie have been told they must acquiesce in order to get and keep a man. Yes. Yes, that is what they've been taught. And we would like to tell y'all they lied. I just want to, in case and y'all may not want to listen to me, that's fine. They lied to you. They lied to you, buddy. They lied to you. In all actuality, these niggas love when you talk to them bad. They love when you walk on their back with your heels and shit. You know what I'm saying? They love that shit. They love that shit. What? Now, a lot of times they like it behind closed doors, right? I could absolutely see Curtis liking that whoever that thick ass bitch that he was cheating on Jackie with. I could definitely see him, you know what I'm saying, letting that lady walk on his back on heels, letting that lady put like nipple clenchers on him, like just all kind of I could absolutely girl, I could absolutely see Curtis letting the girls talk to him bad and whip him and tell him he ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't worth shit. Yeah, you're tall, but your dick little. Yeah. Yeah, I could see him. I could see him liking that. I'm sorry. I could see that nigga liking that. I don't know where y'all get this from. And Damon, girl, I don't know what the fuck going on with Damon, but Damon has to like a woman that talks to a nigga bad because he's married to Heavenly. Like you have to like a woman that's gonna curse everybody out and then turn to you and call you daddy. Like you just have to. You just have to. Um, let's get into some of the things that they saying on the internet about Married to Medicine. Okay. So this right here is from 3 days ago. This is Heavenly. Cecil Whitmore goes into detail about his previous living situation and career. So let's read what he said. He said, since I'm here to help the people out, when I graduated from Morehouse, I moved to LA and worked at a management consulting firm. I lived in an apartment over our garage next to my mom's house, and she cooked me dinner every night, and I was spoiled by one of the best moms ever who sacrificed everything for me and my brother to be successful. Was your mama a motherfucking doctor, Cecil? Was your mama a motherfucking doctor, Cecil? That was y'all. That was some fucking shade to his wife about what she's not doing as a mother to the grown ass sons. And this is why y'all as mamas, y'all once y'all sons become a certain age, yes. Yes, y'all do it to y'all daughters. So I don't know why y'all have a problem with doing it to y'all male children. Please throw those niggas into pools and see if they gonna swing, if they gonna sink or they gonna swim. Okay? Just throw them in a fucking pool and then see if they drown or not. Because what the fuck is going on? That this is what's going on right now. He says, I left LA and moved to Boston when Simone was doing her residency and I worked in housing finance. I worked 20 years in IT and now I am a real estate agent working on my appraisal license. So anyone who wants me to work, please send me business. Google me to see what type of agent I am. I hope this fills in the gaps in my work, and I know it doesn't change anyone's opinion about raising kids and you don't agree with me. Okay, Cecil, I don't give a fuck about your resume. What we understand is you don't make enough money in order for your son to feel like asking for college money, asking for graduate degree college money would not be a y'all situation. It would be a Simone situation. The fact that your son said his mama has the money, that tells me that whatever the fuck you doing, you don't have the money. So that's that. You know, I don't even know why we needed all of this. But we do know that you are educated. What we know is that y'all coddle black men. And that whenever black men don't have a life of crime and they go to college, y'all coddle them. That makes y'all feel like, oh, I need to do everything I can for him because he's doing the right thing. He's going to school. So I'm gonna do everything for him. Instead of understanding that people have to do shit for themselves so that they can get in the habit of doing it for themselves. But y'all are like traditional minded women who feel like men shouldn't cook for themselves. The reason why Cecil wasn't doing shit to help Simone, the reason why Cecil ain't making them boys do shit is because his mama didn't make him do shit. That's a problem. Coddling your children and not making sure that they can cook for themselves, clean up for themselves, financially take care of themselves, and also not be a burden to their fucking parents after they didn't turn a certain age. Cecil, you may not have failed by your standards, but to me, you have failed because not only are your sons using your wife in a way that seems extremely exploitive and fucked up, like gleefully telling us how my mama's still gonna be doing whatever it is I ask her to do. That's weird. That's weird. I don't think you really like that lady. Okay, let me see. What else these hoes was saying? What else? Let me see. But yeah,
So
I don't care what nobody talking about. That shit is crazy. Now I did watch Real Housewives of Potomac, y'all. I didn't watch all of it. Like I need to watch it again. But like one of the main things was Wendy. I don't review Real Housewives of Potomac, but can we talk about Wendy before I get off of here? Because I don't think there's anything else that I want to talk about in this live. But y'all, Wendy and her mama. I don't know if y'all heard, if y'all watched Real Housewives of Potomac, but did y'all see about Wendy and her mama? So Wendy, like a lot of people, has an unnatural allegiance to a loser. And I'm so sorry, but this loser seems to be her father. Wendy's mom is abusive. Yes, she is. But Wendy's father is a loser. It sounds like Wendy's father not only did not come to see her when she went to Africa to see him, but also he's never seen the children. That's what Wendy's mom said. He's never seen his grandchildren. Yet Wendy is worried about the image of a man that has never met these children. So even though, yes, Wendy's mom is obviously, a weirdo for multiple reasons. Why is your skin so light? One of the reasons. Where did all them fucking tattoos come from? Another one of the reasons. Why is you living off your children? Another one of the reasons. But the way Wendy handled her mom in the scene is the way her mom grew up handling her. As soon as you start crying, shut that shit up. Don't nobody give a fuck about none of them tears. Don't start crying in front of me. Both Wendy and her mama did that shit to each other in that scene. But this is where my issue comes in. First of all, the daddy didn't give birth to anybody. I need for y'all to stop giving all of this credit to niggas they don't deserve. Men ejaculate. They have a sexual experience and they ejaculate. That is the end of their contribution to the birth of a baby. And when y'all act like the fertilization of the seed is the same like amount of effort as it is for a woman to grow a baby in her body and then go through childbirth, yeah, y'all piss me off. I'm sorry. Y'all piss me off so much when y'all do that. Like, girl, the fuck you talking about? That nigga came. That was it. Okay? That nigga nutted in somebody. That was all he did. That lady had y'all, took care of y'all, and she said the daddy didn't do nothing. He didn't help. He didn't give a fuck about, he didn't help me with y'all. He didn't do nothing. He can fuck about y'all. You want the children to get out of the room so that they don't hear the grandmama saying that the granddaddy ain't shit. Mind you, once again, kids ain't never even met the granddaddy. Kids ain't never met the granddaddy. So to me, y'all know I don't like Wendy mama. I've talked about it several times. Like, she's the reason why Wendy is the way she is. Like, why you in that lady pockets like that? So many things, right? Right? That's probably, you resent yourself for not choosing a better man, right? Because you think you could have chose a better man, and that way you wouldn't be living off your daughter's pockets, right? Maybe if you were more light skinned, you would have been able to find a better man. That's why you bleaching your skin, girl. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But at the end of the day, as soon as they opened up their fucking mouth and started talking that shit about, oh, the daddy gave birth, the daddy didn't give birth to no fucking body. That's why the mama said he gave birth when he gave birth. To me, that was the first time the mama was like triggered in that conversation. Fuck, he gave birth, and they misspoke, and that's fine. But that was the beginning of, what are you talking about, right? And so, Wendy, mom, be quiet, okay, mom. Wait a minute, trying to get the kids out the room because you don't want the kids to know the truth about their daddy. I think that triggered the mama. That would trigger. I feel like that would trigger anybody. If I have a deadbeat for a husband, for an ex-husband that don't see you now, has never seen our grandchildren, and you telling me that he gave birth when I remember when I gave birth to y'all, how that nigga didn't help me with a motherfucking thing. And because Wendy and her sister are the children in the situation, you don't know what your mama went through when she was pregnant or when she was in labor with y'all and your daddy wasn't really helping her. So even her talking about, I don't want you dictating the relationship, that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. I honestly feel like in 2025, I don't know why y'all continue to think lying about people's images is a good decision to make. I don't think it's a good decision to lie to your kids, Wendy, about who their grandfather is. They have never met him. Hey, what you talking about? Okay. Yeah, they stay giving men credit that they don't deserve. And I feel like that's what Wendy was doing in that scene. She was giving that man credit that he did not deserve, and her mama got pissed off. And her mama was talking to her crazy. But I also feel like this is, a situation where y'all are both talking to each other crazy to me. I'm not gonna front on y'all. I felt like Wendy was like ignoring her mom, like her mom's experience of the dad is irrelevant. And it's not. It's not irrelevant. Like, oh, how you feel. Yeah, no, no, no. Wendy, wasn't Wendy on the phone this episode, and the man basically is letting you know he don't give a fuck? Like, the man is telling you, and just like he did back then, you got a history of him not showing up. Now he's still not showing up. And you still trying to get this man credit and protect his image to kids he has not even visited before? Yeah, girl, I think that's weird. And I was on her mama's side when it came to that. Now, when it comes to her mama cursing her out, shut the fuck up, Wendy. That's not surprising. That's not surprising. Her mama is abusive. And this is one of the reasons why Wendy is over there once again trying to find validation in money and looks and superficial shit, right? Right? It was good TV. It was good TV. And y'all know I normally be going in on her mama. I was just going in on her mama when her mama was talking about, oh, I spend my daughter's money. I spend my daughter's money. I ain't like that shit. And I damn sure don't like seeing no old ass black lady bleaching her skin. That's weird as fuck to me. But let Wendy find out on her own. Find what out on her own? Cause to me, the fact that the nigga is not here now and has not been here, how much evidence does Wendy need that her dad is a sperm donor? You know what I'm saying? Wendy may be exploiting all of these relationships passively. Nollywood vibes, get into the drama. That's true. If Wendy was pursuing the relationship with the dad, keep it to yourself. Keep what to yourself? Y'all gotta talk in whole sentences so I can know exactly what y'all saying. Wendy knew her mom would blow up. On some level, I definitely think she knew. How much finding out that's what I'm saying. Like, how much finding out do you need, bitch? How much? Hey, Bondi, I finally made it live. Hey, love. I'm about to get off of here though, cause I am going to get some more work done to my tattoo tonight. So I just want to make sure I got this Married to Medicine done. But I'll be back tomorrow for another Bondi Blue show, y'all. I'm just happy that all my electricity and shit is working. My AC is working again, my God, because it's hot. African culture puts the father on a pedestal. Child, all culture. All culture puts the father on a pedestal. All culture. I wouldn't mind a little family spinoff of Wendy between her and Eddie family. Child, if they ever were. Because y'all know Eddie family then disowned him. But most Nigerians are really dramatic like that in real life. I believe you. Uh Wendy knew their stance on the dad. She shouldn't have used this moment for this if it was genuine. Woo, Lord. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And again, fuck them. Peace out.